Hey everybody, I just thought I'd do a video I've been promising for a while for my readers on my blog, and of course those that follow me on Facebook and YouTube. It's been a pretty busy spring, and so I've gotten several things done and some new news. I guess the first thing I've gotten done is we've gotten all the coops painted. So Henwarts is finally complete with the name. I painted it blue and white. I couldn't find silver because the colors for the Ravenclaw at Hogwarts is actually blue and silver, but I couldn't find a silver for an outdoor paint, so I ended up with a white. So we have blue and white for Henwarts, and so those that are Harry Potter fans will be familiar with the 4 schools, one of them being Ravenclaw. So I figured for a bunch of chickens, why not make it Ravenclaw? So this is Henwarts, and it's a home to 5 Beffortington girls, these girls over here, minus the Polishes. So this is the crew that lives in here. And then I finally got some flowers planted along the row here in front of the little chicken run here, the outdoor chicken run, of course, this tree. And the Kuntry Klucker. So here's the Kuntry Klucker. It's finally got another coat of paint, red and white. And we have the Coupe de Ville. We were going to make this into a coupe, but I decided I needed a workspace instead. So it's got a bunch of tools, and I just kind of store stuff in here, kind of like you would an outdoor shed, but turned it into a coupe. And over here we got Betsy's Bliss. And I've got one of my Americana roosters in here. He's a little bit wiry here, so he's in a bit of a timeout. And this here is my spice garden. A lot of people ask me about this bush here. Everybody's just kind of, enamored by this bush. This is actually a honeysuckle. It's a red honeysuckle. It smells absolutely wonderful. It's just, I can't even describe the smell. It's just like really sweet, and it just permeates the whole backyard. It's absolutely beautiful. Anyway, I get a lot of hummingbirds that like to come here and visit and drink from these blooms. So, and then just got some spices I'm going to plant in these pots here. And over here is Roy's Roost. I've got some flowers on here, or these are my garden plants that'll be going in the garden over here once we get it tilled up. But yeah, they're up here to keep them out of the girls' way so they don't eat them. But this is Roy's Roost. It's kind of my brooder / broody coop. I also use it as a hospital coop every now and again. But right now I've got a mama hen in here, and she's sitting on about 8 eggs. She's in here. Say hi. This is Miss Donna. She's a white silky. She's sitting on 8 eggs right now, and so hopefully here in another 10 days we'll have some chicks, more chicks. And of course I got a butterfly bush planted here. This is mint for my tea. Yes, I love tea. So I grow my own mint for it. And of course this here is a big butterfly bush here. It's got white blooms. It's really gorgeous when it blooms. This here is an arona berry. It's akin to the acai berry plant, so I kind of got my own superpower berries here. I like to put these in smoothies. That's what I like to do with these. They're kind of tart, so they kind of need to be sweetened up, but smoothies, they make wonderful berries for smoothies. Then over here is the TARDIS. This is my son's coop. He's a Doctor Who fan, so all of his girls, he has the Silkies, and all of his girls are named after characters from the Doctor Who series. So he's a big Doctor Who fan. So this is the TARDIS. For those that aren't familiar with Doctor Who, it's pretty much a time machine for the Time Lord. So he's got police box up here. So I can get you a good view of it. Police box up here. And of course on the side where you enter, he's got pull to open. And then back here, he's just kind of put TARDIS on here. So this is his coop. So he's done it the way he wants it. So it's my son's coop, and over here's the Bantam Boutique. This is my other son's coop. He has white crested Polishes and Cochins, and so his girls are here. And right here I have a red hydrangea. Never seen a red hydrangea before, so when I saw it, I had to have it. So absolutely gorgeous. So it's just little, so I've got the chicken wire around here to keep the girls from picking it to death. So it's got a chance to grow. But yeah, a red hydrangea. And so we got the Bantam Boutique painted. It's the same red as the Kuntry Klucker. Here's one of the cochins. This is a frizzle cochin. And so I don't know where'd everybody go? They're normally out here somewhere. They might be underneath the tree. So this is my backyard. I have 7 coops right now. I'm probably gonna stick with I may put one more in, but I think 7 is probably enough. Well, there's somebody walking around. So right here will be our garden. Then I've got another area back there that I plant corn and pumpkins. So this is the back, this is the coop row here, or as my boys like to call it, the coop hood. And you all are probably wondering where the chicks went. I had chicks that I got a couple months ago. They were over here in they were over here in the TARDIS. And then they moved over here to Henwarts, and I have a wasp bug in there on me. Yay! And so they were over here in the TARDIS, and then they were in Henwarts, but now they have moved into the Kuntry Klucker, and this is where they're going to be. This is going to be their home. Hi! You guys are tearing apart my scarecrow. Somebody don't like the scarecrow. Oh, this is just too funny. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. I've got this scarecrow. I've got one over here that I keep in here for decorations. And they have all but destroyed my scarecrow. That is so funny. Oh my goodness. You girls, you guys are just so funny. Anyway, here's the chicks as I clean up the scarecrow mess. Here's all the chicks. Hi, I see you underneath there. Got a rooster hiding. Put this up here for just a little bit. So here's all the babies. So I have 3 breeds represented here. I have black Australorps. So right there's a black Australorp. There's another one here. I have Americanas, better known by their nickname as the Easter eggers, because they lay different colored eggs. So there's an Easter egg right there. There's one right there. And then I have Polishes. I have 4 buff laced Polishes. These are the lighter colored chickens we see here. Ones with the little crazy hair. And then I've also got 2 white crested Polishes. They're way back here. They're right there with the white heads, black body and white heads. So I've got 6 Americanas, 6 Australorps, and 6 Polishes. So I've got about 18 chicks here. And so these guys are the ones that I bought at Rural King. I bought them several places, and I just kind of put them in the brooder all together. So this is where they are now. So their home is going to be the Kuntry Klucker. So this is going to be their home. So they have finally made the last move. And so I had them in the TARDIS, and then Henwarts, and then now I have them in here. So they've made their final move. So they'll start getting big now. So these are the chicks. Everybody's been asking about the chicks. So here they are. And I've got the Kuntry Klucker painted and everything, like I did the other coops. And this here is I guess they call it a potting bench, I guess. My mom gave it to me a couple weeks ago. I absolutely love it. But it's my potting bench. It's kind of where I do all my gardening work, like my pots and everything. When I'm gardening and planting, this is kind of my workstation. Of course, down here I keep all my pots. And I've got a little coop here for anybody who needs a little special care or isolation, whichever. And I've just got all my gardening tools and everything. And I just keep it in this pen because this pen is huge. It's a really, really big pen. for the Kuntry Klucker coop. And so it was just the best because it's in the shade here and it's out of the rain. So it's real easy for me to come in here, and then if I make a mess I don't really have to worry about it, which is another big plus. If I had it in the garage or something, I'd have to be a lot neater about not getting it on the floor or anything, because that wouldn't be very good. So, but in here, if I get dirt on the floor, I don't really have to worry about it. So this is where I do my gardening work, and then because of course I got all the chicken needs here and just everything that I need for gardening. Alright. So in a little bit here I'll be banding these guys and getting the formal names announced. But anyway, I just wanted to give everybody an update on the goings on around here. I'm gonna pick up somebody's been messing up here. I see that. Everybody loves the perch. So this is a really, really big pen. I don't know the dimensions per se, or off the top of my head, but it's a really big pen. So, yep. So everybody's doing good. Let's see if we can't find everybody else. Where is everybody? There's somebody there. Looks like that's Miss P. Where is everybody? Everybody's hiding. What, do we have a hawk scare or something? What's going on? Where's everybody? Aha! Well, I found the Buff Orpingtons. They're the ones that live over there in Henwarts. Ah, and here's the white-crested Polishes that live in the Bantam. You guys are far away from home. And they're over here. This is Athena and Apollo. That's Athena. And Apollo. He's right back there. There you are. So these are the white-crested Polishes that live over there in the Bantam. Here's my Buff Orpington girls. They're over here. That's Enigma there, the rooster. He's a modded Cochin. So he's the rooster for this group of girls right here. Looks like everybody's taking a lazy nap. Yeah. And of course this is the back end of the Kuntry Klucker coop. It's a really large coop. Let me open up. This is the egg door right here actually, but kind of let you all see inside. This is the Kuntry Klucker. There's a nesting box and then some roosts over there, and I've got some other roosts that I stick in there too when the girls get bigger. You got some modular roosts. So this is just the Kuntry Klucker is my largest coop, and this is the Coupe de Ville. This is where I keep all my yard tools, like your shovels, your hoe, so on and so forth for the garden. So instead of turning this into a coop, I actually just needed a space like to store stuff. And then I've got a couple egg baskets back here because the girls like to jump up in here and lay their eggs for some reason. So I'm like, well, I don't need all this space. So they jump up here and lay their eggs. So that's a Buff Orpington egg right there. So, and then we're back to my spice garden. So anyway, I thought I'd just give everybody a view of the backyard, do a video on all the things we've been catching up with. So I've got all my flowers planted, all the little hanging baskets and stuff. I like to decorate my coops for summer and plant flowers and make them look as homey as possible. So I kind of stick with petunias because if the girls would happen to get a hold of them, they're non-toxic, so it won't hurt the girls to eat them if for some reason they got a hold of them. And so the hanging baskets, they normally don't bother. And then of course I've got these here, this row here in front of the Kuntry Klucker. I've got this here behind chicken wire so they don't get in there and eat them. But occasionally, you never know, we'll get a storm, it'll knock a basket down or something. And if they eat it before I get out here and get it away from them, it won't hurt them at all. So I'll just lose a flower. So well, anyway, I think I probably rattled on long enough. So just I promised everybody I'd catch you up to everything. So this is the backyard right now, the coop hood, as my boys call it. So anyway, so hope everybody has a good afternoon, and we'll talk to you later.